Welcome to the Kendy and Raybo podcast, episode 74, recorded in Kendy's box room.
Here, we're away.
I love the way you switch into
It needs, yeah, it
Here,
needs
man,
to be.
we're away.
They call me the Johnny Logans, or what you call your man, Terry Wogans. Terry Wogan of the Sligo podcast world.
Someone come up with an idea of having an online talent show.
Yeah.
Would that someone be Mike Guckian
Mike Guckians,
of Studio Rove, our studio camera in partners?
engineer. He, if you want cameras,
He's
He
the
ha-
man to go to.
he has them.
He has plenty of them.
And
And a green screen.
And he'll put them on you. He has a green screen, does he?
He does, I think.
So you can be in Fungarola.
if you want.
You could be on the moon.
Mm.
You could be abroad in the Arctic Circle.
I'm surprised he hasn't advertised that. Like, there'd be endless hours of fun for the kids.
Oh, you could go anywhere.
Yeah, it'd be like that thing you'd have at the wedding.
What,
you know?
oh, like the photo booth.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Except
yeah.
a much more specialised outfit.
They're the bane of Kendy's life, them photo booths.
You could pretend to go on holidays.
But that's what people do in the photo booth anyway.
But like with Mike, you could go to Mike's house and take a rake of holiday schnapps.
Yeah, you
from
don't
Spain.
You don't have to spend 1,200 quid.
No, you can.
Yeah. Do you want to go to Santa Panza? No bother. Call over to Studio Rove. Mike can do it for you. He'll have you in Santa Panza before he knows. Turn on the heat, Mary. This one wants to go to Santa Panza. Crank the heat up to 40 and hit the green screen.
Mike came up with a fabulous idea of doing, because of, by the way, we're in crisis.
Yeah. You wouldn't know us by the
Yeah.
sound of us, but we are.
Yeah, now we're 2 meters apart.
Yeah.
Mm.
That's right. We're actually definitely about
We're very
9
lucky.
foot.
We're very lucky to have the box room as big as it is.
Oh, it's huge. The biggest box room
And you're sitting one corner, and I'm sitting the other corner.
That's right.
Now, Mike came up with a fabulous idea that we do a virtual talent show.
An online talent show.
An online talent show where folks would send in, what would you call it? Videos of their hidden talent.
Yeah.
And it's a bit like Britain's Got Talent, except it's Kendy and Raybo's Got Talent.
Yeah.
But we're not the ones with the talent.
Yeah, Simon Kendy and Raybo Cowell.
And people send in their video.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
And as long as you're willing to have it up online,
Yeah.
then we will do live podcasts over the next couple of weeks. And we will play, well, we don't know how many, maybe like 5 of them.
Yeah, if we get 5.
Yeah, every episode.
Yeah.
And, you might be the winner of something. We don't know. Maybe the EJ's Jocks that we haven't given away yet.
Virtually Talented. That's the name of the... Yeah.
That is the name of the show, Virtually Talented, with Kendy and Raybo.
Come here, all I have in my head is the Father Ted episode, which man has it. Good evening and welcome along tonight.
There's somebody else with Luke's did, and it comes out and he's savage.
Yeah, that's all I have. And I want a sparkly jacket.
Yeah.
And I want to have them cue cards.
Yeah, no bother.
Do you know the little, is it A5 cue cards?
Yeah.
And next up we have Maggie. She's at home and this is her special talent, and it involves ping pong balls and a line of bunting.
Don't send us ping pong ball videos, lads. Please.
What? Whoa. You know the cough is the new gunshot.
Yeah, I know. Anytime anyone coughs.
Anyone at all.
Yeah, I know. But I've had the junkie's chest for ages, right? So
Right.
I don't have the coronas, the Peroni Virus.
Yeah. Very
Speaking of that,
good. The Peroni Virus.
Let's just make sure.
Right.
Send us in videos either on your Facebook or your Instagram or whatever you want.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're willing to have them played, of your hidden talent, then you could be in with winning something. We don't know what yet.
Yeah, but you'll win something.
Yeah, please send them in.
But it'll be entertaining us getting to that point. And by the way, as
Yes,
well,
it will.
it's going to be very little audience voting because it'll be mostly us. It'll be like the old Pioneer talent shows.
Yeah.
Or Score.
Yeah.
Anyone remember Score?
Yeah, Ray did a lot of score.
I did a lot of Score and I did a lot of Pioneer shows. So it'll be like that.
Yeah.
And it'll be class. We'll decide.
We'll probably decide, but we will listen to obviously some input from the audience as well. These are going to be, broadcasted on, I don't know, Facebook or Instagram or whatever we decide will be the method of doing it.
Uh-huh.
Look, it's going to be savage crack if you send in stuff, honestly.
We hope it'll be savage.
It will be savage crack because we'll knock. If you want to know the kind of stuff we're on about, I went on Instagram Live earlier on and I made a chicken out of a towel. Chicken out of a tea towel.
It was marvellous. And I'm sad you put it up because normally you keep that for parties.
Well, I just wanted people to know the kind of caliber of stuff that we're looking for.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So, look, that's that done. Please send it all in. We'd love to have it. I don't know if we have any entries yet. I haven't checked my phone.
We
in a
haven't
long
a
time.
single entry yet.
Nothing, yes. No one
but I
sent
did
in
enjoy.
nothing.
I enjoyed your live video. In fairness to you, you're funny, like.
Thanks, man.
Do you know?
Thanks, man.
It's no harm letting you go on your own for a while. Come here. I'm after getting the big black Mickey out,
Yeah.
and I'm after opening up 2 of the finest beers.
I can't think of a better beer to drink right now.
It's on sale.
Is it?
Yeah, and
Of
there's
course.
loads left. I know. Did you see the video from England?
No.
England in the supermarket. Every beer in the supermarket was cleaned out, except for about 100 boxes of Corona.
No way.
Yeah. Doesn't that just show you?
But you can't get it from that. That's
I know
nothing
you
to do
can't
with
get it, but that's what the British think. That you can
Unbelievable.
get it from the Corona.
Well, we are drinking all the Corona that's left now.
Yeah.
So here's the Corona. Sorry for getting the bad name. We hope
Yeah.
you don't go out of business.
Yeah. I
Cheers.
want to do my bit for the Corona staff. Up you by you.
Up.
That's nice.
Yeah, you bring lime, no?
No, why do we need lime?
No, you don't. I suppose you can drink it without it. But
It's weird without it, in
yeah,
fairness.
you don't even know what it tastes like.
God.
I know, it's actually nice, in fairness.
Be grand.
It is nice. It is nice. So drink all the Corona, lads. Don't let them go out of business.
We have a big show for you, lads.
We do.
Big show.
Yeah.
I have nothing.
I have that neither.
I basically did all my materials on the live thing we did in Paddy's Day, which was mighty crack, in fairness.
Savage.
Yeah.
It was savage crack doing that. That's kind of the idea we'd be going forward with for these shows.
When it comes to puppets, if there's puppets involved, I'm there.
I don't know why Ray has such an obsession with. Why have you got such an obsession with puppets?
Because I spent most of my childhood looking at them,
right.
and they were my best friends.
You had a very lonesome childhood, Ray, I'd say.
I was. Sure, I lived out in the back arse of nowhere.
Did you have friends? Human friends?
I had 3 of them.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
Don't say Saki, Zig and Zag.
No. I had John Carden, Kevin Lenihan, and Andy Clark.
Right, well, what
They
did
were
you,
the 3 boys in my class in school.
what did you do together? What kind of shenanigans did you get up to?
Well, Kevin and John lived too far away,
Okay,
so they were kind of right off.
okay, you only saw them in school.
I only see them in school, and there might be one time in a blue moon that I go over to their house. Now,
Okay.
when I say far away, 6 mile.
Right, okay.
Do you know, that's
That
a
is-
distance.
That is far away.
That is far away. Enda lived over the road. Me and Enda mostly met up at the tree halfway between my house and his house. And you know something, as I tell the story now, it doesn't sound very...
Yeah, what would you do at the tree?
What would you do with the tree, like?
Would you go kissing at
No,
the tree?
we would just stand there and chat and throw stuff in the field.
Oh, jeez, that's an awful existence.
Don't they look back on it?
But that's every existence for a country fella back in the
Yeah,
day.
and you wouldn't even to try and organise it, you'd have to ring his phone number. So you'd ring in the mother dancer, is Enda there?
Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't sound like that at the time, obviously. I was like,
Oh, he's into there, is he? Ray's like Benjamin Button. His balls were already dropped and then undropped.
no, I was a much younger, sprightly man at the time.
Yeah.
And then I'd cycle over as far as the tree, and we'd arrange a time, like,
At the tree.
at the tree. I'd meet you at the tree, yeah, sound.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's fucking hell. And what would you use this tree for? Because a tree to a child, it can be a lot of different things, Ray.
Well, it was a landmark for us.
Lovely.
Do you know,
Okay.
there wouldn't be a whole pile of landmarks.
Okay.
There'd be houses,
Yeah.
and there'd be trees.
Right, okay. I meet you at the tree. That was the
Yeah,
tree.
no, wasn't too many trees. It was mostly bushes and scrub and bog.
So what did you use that tree for then?
Nothing, we just sat under it.
Did you play games with the tree?
No.
Like we would have used a tree, like to us would have been a den. It would have been a point of beginning a catching game.
Right. Well,
Would have
there's only
been-
2 of us, so that would have been a shite catching game.
Hide and seek around the tree.
Again, not very many places to hide. It was pretty much bog for
Right.
about a mile around the tree.
Did you ever play hide and seek, Ray, when you were a kid and just go into the house and watch television for a while?
No.
I was a devil for that. Like.
Would you?
Yeah.
So you'd have some fella out looking for you.
Yeah.
And you just say, this ain't going
I
in.
might go in and watch Card History for 20 minutes and then I go back out again then.
What did you watch when you were a young lad? Now, I mean, but you had all the fancy channels.
Well, we had, yeah.
Right.
Both in terms of the fact that I lived in the town and also that I grew up about 8 years after you, just as the fancy channels came in when I was a
Yeah,
kid.
you see, that's
Do you know what I mean?
Some of the biggest things I had when I was growing up was Star Trek at 3 o'clock on a Saturday afternoon.
Right, okay.
And that's where the whole
Jesus.
Star Trek thing kicked in for me.
Right. That's why you're so obsessed with it now, even
I
still.
did. Watch an old episode of this morning there, so I did.
Do you know what I do forget, Ray?
What?
Your man Cullum's Meany was on the Star Trek. Is that the one that you watched?
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah.
That was on the best one. That
Was
was
it,
Star
yeah?
Trek Next Generation.
Go away.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I do forget that. I've never watched Star Trek.
Colin Meaney, star of the Snapper.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
And yeah, I never watched Star Trek. Was not a show I watched growing up.
He wouldn't have been a massive star, but he would have been essential crew, like.
Right. Okay.
He'd have been, because he'd on the Transporter. Have you heard of the Transporter?
He was in the Volkswagen.
No.
What year Transporter was it?
No,
They reckon the best year for them engines was 99.
No,
They reckon they don't make
no,
them the
no.
same anymore.
No, on Star Trek, the Transporter was a way of getting places.
Right,
I
okay.
suppose that's what a Transporter is when you talk about a Volkswagen
You're
as well.
still talking about a Volkswagen.
Yeah. So you get into the Transporter.
You're going to have to differentiate between these.
Well, in order to start up the Transporter, see, Colin was driving it.
All right. Okay.
Colin's mean he'd be driving the Transporter.
Right. Okay.
And you tell him when you want to go somewhere, you go, energize there.
As
Colin.
in, kick in the ignition.
As in, just get we'll go. We're away.
Right, okay. You're on the way to a gig.
Yeah, energize.
Right,
So that's
okay.
how you start that type of transporter.
Right, okay.
And then Colm's big thing, Colm's meanie, there'd be 3 faders
Okay.
on the computer panel.
Yeah.
Now, of course, when he's actually filming it, there's nothing. This is all CGI.
Oh, this was there CGI back then?
There was. They spent $1 million on each episode of Star Trek.
But there's about 1,000 episodes or more.
I know.
Gee.
Well, there wasn't 1,000.
They
about
didn't
10
spend $1
seasons.
million.
They did, absolutely. Yeah, there were $1 million budget.
What?
As far as I'm aware.
Per episode?
Yeah. And that's what they did was they put the 3 faders in
Okay.
after the shot was taken. And then Colm's meanie would turn up the 3 faders.
Okay.
And then all of a sudden, everybody in the transporter would disappear.
Jesus. Can I ask you a question about that?
Go on.
Given the technology that was supposed to have been on this transporter that you're on about,
Yeah.
why couldn't they just put 3 faders into one? You just turned up one fader.
That's...
Like if he's always turning up 3,
I never thought of that.
why didn't they just go, look, do you know what,
Yeah,
actually?
because he actually had to use all 3 fingers.
Yeah, we have the technology, lads. Let's just
Yeah.
turn that into one fader.
Yeah.
I got the new desk for the transporter, and it's one fader job.
I will write into the Star Trek fan group and ask them why that is.
No.
Not that I'm a part of it.
No,
I'd have to join it, like. 'Cause
Are you a
I'm
part
not.
of it?
No, but I've always wanted to go to one of them Star Trek conventions.
You should.
I'd love to go to one
You
of them.
should. Who would dress up as Shpack?
Oh, Jesus. Who would dress
Colomini.
up as?
You have to dress up as Colomini. You have the Colomini's head in you, man.
I suppose that'd be the handiest one.
Yeah, 100%.
He was O'Brien. That was who he was called.
Of course he was. She was Irish.
Yeah.
They should have called him O'Shaughnessy.
Yeah,
You
he
know?
was kind of along the same lines as Liam Neeson's.
Right,
Do you know,
okay.
he never has to lose the accent.
Well, it's weird because people mix up not Colomini, the Brendan Gleesons and the Liam Neesons, and then also the Colominis. They're the 3.
Do people mix them up?
Well, they're the 3 exports that we have that are always.
Are you not going to talk about Pierce Brosnan now? Or is he kind of sidewise because...
Pierce Brosnan is a little bit like Bono,
One.
as in the Irish. Some of the Irish don't want to really say he is Irish. Like, do you not feel like he's a little bit?
Well, Luigi in the house now would be in love with him, like.
Yeah, but
He'd be on the top 3 of the fellas she would, you know.
no way.
Yeah, she'd go for dinner with.
Right? Okay.
Yeah.
So
So,
she'd
Pierce
pretty much-
Brosnan's a big hit with the ladies.
He doesn't have an Irish accent, though, does he?
He's from Navan, isn't he?
Doesn't sound like. I've heard people from Navan, Ray. They don't sound like that.
I think he's from that direction.
I heard Pierce Brosnan on a lot of. I heard him on Mrs. Doubt Kendy.
Yeah.
I heard him on Double O Kendy. Huh?
Yeah.
Time to Kendy. I never heard him going, "What the fucking thing there?" I'm from fucking Nav.
I think he's Navan. I think...
I'd never heard that accent coming out in it.
No.
Imagine that in 007. Where the fuck is that going, my fella?
That's why he did it so well. Like, he did so well for himself because he managed to channel his bit Irishness and got a more metropolitan accent.
If I saw Pierce Brosnan not knowing him, I would never say he's an Irishman.
You don't think so?
You look at Colomini, man, that fella, he Irish. Like.
Yeah, I suppose, in fairness.
Look at the head in him, he's Irish.
Yeah. Liam Neeson's very similar. He'd be kind of the Northern Ireland kind of threatening sort of fella.
Yeah, 100%.
Sort of taxi driver you get coming out of the Titanic experience, telling you should go on a different tour. I'll show you where everybody was shot high.
Did you have that? No?
What? I did, yeah.
That sounds like it's from experience.
That happened, yeah.
Did it?
Yeah, myself and Cathal Hearn were at the Titanic experience, which we talked about in previous podcast.
Yeah, I remember that,
And
yeah.
it was shite.
Yeah.
Sorry, Titanic.
It is what it is.
It was a disaster to begin with. I don't know why you're making a centre out of it, you know. But
Come here, we show you everyone died.
yeah.
Come on.
What do you... Anyway, yeah, when we came out, we got in the taxi and your man was very much inclined to bring us on the Republican tour.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the sectarian kind of exhibit.
And did you?
No, we were
Yeah.
happy to get out of the taxi. We just went to the pub.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's...
To an approved pub.
Right, what do you
Yeah.
mean an approved one?
Well, you can't go to the unapproved pubs. She might come out.
Yeah.
You know?
You
Anyway,
gotta-
Jesus, we are segueing.
Keep an eye on the flag, lads, if we're in Belfast. to be
That's
sure.
right.
Yeah.
Look, make sure you have the right colours as you're walking
No,
in.
there we go. Yeah, dead
Now,
right.
and if you see orange, don't just assume there's a green and a white hanging around
No,
somewhere.
there might
you
not
could
be.
be going into the wrong spot.
Dead right.
Now-
We've only guessed your due warning, lads, is all.
Do you know something?
Go on.
There's a great degree of normality to our podcast this afternoon.
Well, you've alluded to it now, which is obviously broken. That
I've ruined it now.
you know what I mean?
Sorry, I'm just still blown away by the fact that there should have been one Vader. What in the name of Jesus was he turning 3 Vaders up for? For years, like.
A waste of time, man.
Yeah.
I'm surprised he hadn't got arthritis.
Yeah. They had automatic doors.
Right.
That was good.
Well, that's one thing we haven't got yet. So what did Star Trek have, Ray?
That we don't have now.
that we don't have yet. Like they
Klingons.
had automatic door. No,
Klingons.
but I know we don't have Klingons. Like that's not a futuristic thing. That's a
Yeah.
race
But you
of
wouldn't know
people.
they could be out there.
There's a lot of clingy people out there, man.
Wouldn't it be good crack if the Klingons landed all of a sudden and went, Jesus, Star Trek was right?
What do the Klingons look like?
Oh, not great
They have
looking
the
lads.
big ears, do they?
They're not, no, they're kind of the big rigid foreheads.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, fierce tans in them all.
Always frowning.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Do you know what they could do with man?
What?
Drop Mary Nielsen.
Mary Nielsen. Why?
They could head into Mary Nielsen,
for
get the
drop-
frown
For
lines,
dropping buttocks.
get the frown lines done. But what did Star Trek? So your automatic doors. We don't have. Well, we do have automatic doors. Of course we do.
I was just came out of Smith's a minute ago. I was just admiring their automatic
Yeah, that's
doors.
right. So they thought that was futuristic.
They had iPads.
Oh, did they?
Yeah,
That's mad.
but they didn't call them iPads.
What they called them?
Or a
Tablets.
tablet. Maybe not a tablet. I don't know what they used to call them. They didn't actually have a name for them, I don't think.
Right, but they had these touchscreen things.
Yeah, they had touchscreen jobs, yeah.
So they had touchscreen before we had touchscreen.
They had, now, medical tricorders. Have you ever heard of the word tricorder?
Westock.
No, it's a little jobby, right? It's like a flip phone, like an Ericsson flip phone.
Oh yeah,
And you
Motorola.
open it up, right? Or a Motorola, and it was grey. And you just basically hover it over the buck, right? Or the lady. And it tells you what's wrong with them.
That's a great idea.
Kind of a wee scanner.
You reckon we can get there now?
Now that's if we get one of them yokes now, we're doing well.
That's actually a belter. And I tell you what's wrong with the person.
Tell you
then.
exactly the movie. And then it came with a little nubbin, right? That was like a little thing that you had in the top of the tricorder, a little nubbin thing that you just pick out. It was kind of like a small salt cellar, right?
What?
A small salt cellar.
A small salt cellar. Yeah. I don't know what that is.
Do you know like a little salt cellar you'd see on the table?
Oh, you mean like an accoutrement, the condiment accoutrement?
Yeah.
Yeah.
A little
okay.
yoke like that. Or, just it's really hard to think of something that is shaped like that. Like it's a little nubbin. That's all I can think of.
And what will come out of this salt cellar?
Well, no, what you do is you're looking at the tricorder in your hand, which is the flip phone,
Okay.
and you use this thing then to scan.
To wave upon them.
Yeah.
And it tells you what's wrong with them.
And it tells you what's wrong with them.
We could do that nowadays.
Can we?
Well, we could do with that nowadays, I mean.
Well, we could definitely do with that.
Yeah,
And
imagine if
diagnose the old Peroni virus.
Yeah, if you could diagnose the Peroni virus
But should
with
they've
that.
got thermometers now that they just kind of you stick in front of someone. So that's nearly there.
That's almost there then, is
Yeah.
right. Have they got that, yeah?
The Chinas have them.
Oh, the China's got that.
Mm-hmm.
Did you hear, Ray, the best thing I ever heard?
One.
Yeah, a couple of days ago, either yesterday or the day before, was the first time that there was no
New cases.
new cases in Wuhan,
Yeah.
in China.
Now, folks, if you're listening to this in 2 years' time, which some people tend to do,
Yeah.
we have to tell you, at the moment we're discussing a topic that involves a bit of a bad dose going round.
Called coronavirus, which you will of course remember, and it'll be on reeling in the years.
It might be forgotten in 2 years' time.
This is a pandemic like we have never seen before, because we have not seen pandemic before.
Yeah, but you know, the Chinas, they sorted it out.
The China, yeah, but Ray, this is my point I'm trying to get to.
Okay.
Why are there no new cases in Wuhan?
Because of the fact they told everybody to stay at home for 2 months.
No, because everyone probably has it anyway.
Huh? No, they don't. Oh, you think it has just... No, they don't. No.
No new cases because the whole population has it.
No, that's not true. No, in fairness, and they have been applauded for this,
Okay.
the Chinas,
Yeah.
for doing as well as they did. They just said, everybody don't move.
Right, okay.
Don't move for 2 months.
You think that we should be doing that? Probably.
Part of me does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think also that the Irish government are going about it in the right way? Because they are not just going to one day say, no one moving, get into your house right now, and then complete pandemonium.
Yeah. I think they're doing it softly.
Yeah, and I think that is the way to do it, because
I think they know how to handle the Irish.
panic will ensue.
It's like leaving a pub at night, right?
Yeah.
You can't do it the American way.
Where you
right?
just go,
Where
game
you're,
over.
right, that's it now. As one lad said to me in Hollywood one night, closing time, my friend. Closing time. It's a universal time.
Yeah.
And I said, no, it's not.
No, right, from.
Now, I shouldn't have said that at the time because I was very swiftly ejected from the premises.
Oh, yeah.
But, yeah, no, it's not like... They're doing it like a pub.
Yeah, and that's the way to go for a couple of reasons.
Yeah.
Number one, you can't have everyone leaving the pub at the exact same time and
No.
heading out onto the street, especially Irish people. We will
Pandemonium.
fight each other and throw chips. 100%.
Or sour milk at a wall.
Yeah, or sour milk at a wall like
Yeah,
the Sean's Riley might
did.
do.
Nearly got
And
arrested.
Did get arrested.
I
You will
think-
get
yeah, he
you will
did
get
get
arrested if you throw sour milk at a wall.
Yeah.
So you're better off gradually letting time now, folks, and then
Please.
maybe 5 or 6 of
And
the
then
younger
but
people
you'll
leave.
have a couple of flashlights as well.
Yeah.
And people are going, I'll get up to Roberto's quick here, the chipper.
Yeah. And you make this move. You make the move where you go, oh yeah, I'm going now again. Come here more, was I telling you?
Now, just for people at home, what you did there was you kind of got up off the seat a little bit.
Raise your arse about 6 inches off the seat.
You moved your glass 3
Yeah.
inches to the left.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. I'm just about to go more
and
commitments.
reorientated your direction.
That is the move.
That's the move you make. And that satisfies most bouncers.
You wait for the bouncer to do. It takes a bouncer about 15 laps to clear a pub.
Yeah.
But you're better off doing it that way, though.
That's what they're doing.
Because if you force everyone outside the Gar Vogue, we will throw chips at each other and fight. We will, Ray.
So I throw chips and thumbs.
But it makes me worry about the younger population these days, though. And this is true, Scott, because I've done some gigs for younger people or whatever.
Yeah.
When the night is over, and they're getting it wrong. I'm sorry now to call out the younger generation of Ireland, but you're getting this wrong.
Jesus.
When the night is over and the people are saying, time now, folks, can everyone out? They're all leaving.
Oh, because they're used to the discos that do
They just leave. They walk out the door and leave. Have you any idea the danger you're putting yourselves in?
Do you think there's going to be a generational loss of do you think we haven't communicated to them the procedure when leaving a venue?
Yeah, they're not learning it proper. And we went through hard times having to learn that, Ray. But we know now, when last order is called time now, folks, you do not. It's dangerous to leave straight away.
Dangerous.
The young people out there, if there's anything I can tell you, you're doing it wrong. You're all leaving at the same time.
Yeah.
No wonder you're baiting the face of each other outside the door.
It's true.
Honestly. There's pandemonium when that happens. Will you please not be listening to your bouncers? Please don't listen to your bouncers out there, young people.
Can we talk about the young people for a second?
Of course you can.
Did you hear at all yesterday, right? Now, you mightn't have heard yesterday, but there was a clip played on the Matt Cooper show, big friend of the show.
Oh, and Matt loves this show.
Matt absolutely loved this show, in fairness to him now. But there was a clip played, and I'm going to find it here now on the phoneo. So this is going to vex you now, Kendy, I won't lie to you.
Why, what's wrong?
This is Americans, right?
Okay.
And they're talking about spring break abroad in Florida.
Oh, yeah.
Are you familiar with the whole idea of spring break?
I know what spring break is. It's where it's midterm, what we call midterm. But instead of going home and working in your super value for the 7 days of your midterm and going down the local pub for 2 or 3 nights.
Yeah.
Where are you now? How's Limerick?
Yeah.
What they do in America, right?
Yeah.
Is they all go get shammed out of it and eat each other's asses in a resort.
That's enough, yeah, right. Here is a clip of the...
You asked me that.
I didn't want that answer.
But that's what the answer is.
I know. Here is a clip of some of the students that attended the spring break only days ago abroad in the Murch.
My spring break. What is there to do here other than go to the bars or the beach?
I mean, it sucks, but we're going to make the best of it.
If I get corona, I get corona. At the end of the day, I'm not going to let it stop me from partying. You know, I've been waiting. We've been waiting for Miami spring break for a while. The bars and restaurants are closed, but we'll find ways out for it.
Now,
oh my God.
did not vex you?
That got me pure vexed. That young fella, right, who was about probably 20-year-old, maybe.
Yeah.
He said,
if I get corona, I'm going to get corona. It's not going to stop my spring break.
it's not going to stop me from partying, he
No,
said.
apparently the beaches are wedged.
You stupid bastards. It will stop you from partying. I mean, how... That is so stupid.
But
It's so naive.
This is why I think poor America will be hit the worst for this.
Yeah, because they're thick as shit.
No, just because they're a bit stubborn. And sometimes they don't pick up on how serious things are.
Yeah, the Irish are stubborn as well, but that's not... There's a difference between stubborn... You have the first 3 letters of that word, right?
What?
S-T-U, right?
Right.
Take out the B-B-O-R-D. Put in P-I-D.
Bird. Stubborn. N. There's an N in the end of that word.
Ray, shut up.
You're after calling the whole nation thick as shite and you can't even spell stubborn. You're not really selling it here, lad. I won't lie to you.
Listen, they must be the stupidest of the people. They're some of the many stupidest people I've ever...
Right, Kendy. Go. You're there now.
No. That is ridiculous, man. I'm so glad we don't have spring break in Ireland, but we have Life Festival and...
Now, in fairness,
COVID-19
we
festival.
can't really talk.
Why?
Enniscrone Beach was absolutely wedged yesterday.
Was it?
Disco capital of Ireland.
The disco capital of Ireland is Enniscrone Beach.
That's what the Hardy book said.
Did they? All right.
The disco capital of Ireland.
All right, okay.
Because when they were going on their very own spring break, they were going to Enniscrone.
Oh, that's where they went for the spring
the Viper,
break.
yeah.
So, will you stop? Obviously, you can't stay away from everyone.
You can't tell them what to do now because they don't listen to you.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is...
we don't have a listenership in a minute.
Don't be walking out and saying, I don't care if I guess it or not. Jesus, I'll tell you what. Oh.
Your blood is boiling there.
My blood is boiling.
Can I ask you?
Go on.
Have you heard where it came from? The virus?
Yeah, somewhere along the way, some fella had sex with a monkey.
No.
Oh, that was the AIDS. That was AIDS.
Why do you always put that in?
But that's... Look,
anyway.
There's not much I know about AIDS. Someone had sex with a monkey. Freddie Mercury got it.
There's a conspiracy theory out there of where the coronavirus / COVID-19 came from.
Okay.
Women.
Young ones.
Women in general. Think about this for a second,
Okay.
right? Here we have a situation, right?
Let's play. Come on.
Here we have a situation
Playing the old blame game.
where a virus has hit, right? And let's see some of the fallout from this virus. First of all, a lot of lads are out of work,
Yeah.
right? They're out of work and they're at home, right? So first of all, the woman is winning because he's at home. Secondly, they close the pubs. So even if he wanted to go and drown his sorrows down the pub with the boys and play a snooker or pool,
Yeah.
that won't happen either.
Yeah.
So he's at home now and he can't go to the pub. What would be the next thing a fella would do if he was stuck at home? He'd watch a rake sports.
Yeah.
Sports are cancelled,
Sports are gone.
right?
Yeah. Okay. This is all
Right?
making sense
So
now.
all of a sudden,
This goes straight to the top.
the lad is at home, right? He has no sports to watch except reruns of 1996 FA Cup finals.
Yeah.
He has,
Yeah.
he has no job,
Yeah.
right? He has to do all the odd jobs that the woman has been looking for him to do for months and years.
Good point.
And he has to mind the children
Good point.
because a lot of the womenly jobs are still going.
Yeah, they're still ticking out to work.
Yeah.
No, actually, that's a good point, Ray.
No. And they had the cheek to call it after a beer. Now, I won't lie. I heard this from someone who heard it from someone who was funny. So I have robbed this entirely.
Ray,
But I think people need to hear this.
this goes straight to the top.
Yeah.
Only now that you're saying it.
Now, can you see?
This goes straight to the top. It's a conspiracy. Epstein didn't kill himself and the Bureau started the coronavirus.
Can I ask you, what is the single sickness or illness that men are most terrified of? Man flu.
Yes.
No.
So
And what
they
do you think
give-
this is?
This is the man flu.
This is a bad man flu.
Ray, you're bursting my eyes wide
Isn't that
open.
good, isn't it?
You're bursting my eyes wide open.
Thanks.
Do you want to? We should start a war.
Just do start the war.
Men versus women.
No, that wouldn't work.
You don't want to punch a
No,
woman.
we do enjoy them.
Don't punch women. Okay, Ray said don't punch women. Okay.
They're good old crack.
The
No,
women anyway.
It's not the women that really didn't do this. It wasn't that. As Trump says, it was the Chinese.
the Chinese.
The Chinese did it.
The Chinese did it.
That's bad too. He keeps saying that it was the Chinese virus.
Yeah.
And I'm going, it's not the Chinese virus. Would you shut up about it, would you?
It's now the world virus.
What?
I don't know where it started now, but it's finishing with Kendy. I've had enough of it.
How are you
It's
finding self-isolation?
the same.
It's the same.
I'm just not, like I said, I'm just not going out in the evenings. But I started gigging on the Twitch.
I seen you're gone online now.
I went on, you raided me stream last
I
night.
do, but I can't help but thinking how alike it is to
What?
you know the internet streams with the young ones.
What do you mean?
Except you're doing what you're good at.
What do you mean? Young
Do you know
one?
to be like Johnny be lying in the bed? Remember we were talking about Channel 912?
You think Kendy's like the Bardos?
I don't know what you're at. You're in here now for an hour. Nicola doesn't know what to do with you. You're in here for an hour banging out tunes.
Banging out tunes.
Are you finding much of a listenership?
Yeah, I think it peaked yesterday at 12,000. 12.
12. So as I said yesterday evening to you, at least there's more in there than fiddlers.
Yeah, there's actually more. I get more of a listenership online than I am when I go into Fiddlers to do
That's
the gig.
marvellous. And you don't have Ginger saying, come on lad, wrap it up,
Yeah,
let's
wrap
go
it
home.
up there. I want to go home now. Yeah. Are
Yeah.
you finishing at 11:30? Are you? Are you going to finish? What time are you going to finish at? Finish at 11 if you want.
I want to go home. Oh.
But yeah, no, that's working. So that's at twitch.tv/so Kendy.
Yeah, I wouldn't be like, I wouldn't get too many questions if I was to ask, are you doing an old solo run here?
Well, unless you want to come in and play tunes with me,
Well, I tried that last night, but I'm not very good on the guitar and my hand cramped up because I'm not used to playing bar chords.
you have about 2 weeks to get that right,
I
right?
suppose, in fairness, yeah.
Get that cramp out of us, get used to
Yeah,
it. And you can come in here and bang out tunes with me as well.
That'd be good.
I went to try and buy a webcam to make my stream look better. There ain't no webcam left in Sligo.
Is it not?
Couldn't be bought.
Sure, everybody's webcamming it now.
Oh, they couldn't be bought, sure.
Well, you see, I went a different way to you now.
Go on.
I told you I bought all the dumbbells and the barbells.
Yeah, Ray went into the get ripped out of it phase.
I went into Argos because they closed the gym
Yeah.
and I have to keep up with Carly's Quinn and her instructions.
Yeah?
And I bought a couple of dumbbells and barbells.
How are we getting on with them?
I'm absolutely doing very great.
Are you?
Yeah.
You get ripped out of it?
I'm doing a home workout in the bedroom.
Lovely.
Yeah, I have my own little exercise mat.
Yeah?
And I have my dumbbells and my barbells.
Yeah.
And I'm doing my exercises. And then I said I'd go one step further this morning after Star Trek. I said to myself, I'll go for a run.
Oh,
Now, you know I live on Chapel Street.
I've never seen you run.
Well, I ran as far as St. Anne's Church.
Where's that?
It's 2 minutes walk.
Yeah, but you have to start somewhere, Ray.
I ploughed out the door and I started running. I got down to the end of the street, across the road. I kept going along another block of houses. I got as far as the church and I had to stop. I had not the lung capacity to deal with it. It was cold.
You know, but that's good though. You had to start somewhere.
Well, yeah, but I felt very, very embarrassed because there was a lad on a bike and he seen me starting the run and he seen me stopping the run. I mean, how bad is that?
Oh, fuck.
I ran all of 600 yards.
Hooray.
Do you know, I could do that when I was a young lad down at the community games.
Yeah, but it's easier when you're a young lad. You do it with a belly full of queso and score cola. It didn't bother you. Do you remember you used to play Blitz when you were kids? You'd play 8 matches one day, fill yourself up with fake Coke. That's the very same. Drink that. And you'd still play. It wouldn't bother you. I can't do anything now. Do you want to hear a good one, right?
Go on.
True as God. I have been in isolation for the last 5 days where I think I've left the house maybe twice, like, to go and get bits and pieces.
I can see you're putting on a drop of weight.
No, I
right?
haven't been doing anything, Ray, right? Wait to hear this. Yesterday, before I started my stream, right, I took a shower, and while I was drying my feet, I pulled a muscle in my leg. I pulled the muscle, man. I had to lie down in the bed. And you know when you pull the muscle or you get a cramp, you do the That's how to do it. I had to lie down in the bed, man.
Oh.
I nearly had to go to a physio, but they can't touch me. If you're big into Reiki and you think you can help Kendy's leg, I'm in bits, Ray.
Reiki's probably the only thing for you now.
Yeah, Reiki
That'll
shite.
just-
That's what
that'll
that
just-
is, man.
That'll just get the bad energy out of the leg.
Yeah, but there's
No.
a lot of bad energy inside in that leg, Ray, because it turned on me. I was only trying to dry my feet, Ray.
Yeah.
Get in between the toesies. And it turned on me, man. Huh?
Yeah.
So I'm going to get a Reiki stuff done and try to see can I fix it. But that's what the self-isolation is doing. So
Yeah.
I take my hat off to you, Ray, for going out and doing a run.
Thank you.
Honestly.
Thank
I
you
think
very
that's
much.
great stuff.
Thank you.
I haven't done nothing.
Thank you.
Fair play to you, boy.
Fair play to me.
Come here, is this whole thing going to be based around COVID-19 virus job or what's it,
The episode.
Yeah.
Why, do you want to talk about something else?
I don't know. No, if it is, like,
I don't want to be upsetting people.
No, not at all. But mate, like, should we
We did
guess?
spend the first half of the episode talking about Star Trek.
Well,
So I think
suppose-
we did kind of
No,
spice
that's
it up
probably
a little
true.
bit.
But should we do a state of the nation?
What do you mean the state of the nation?
Well, like everyone's hearing how we're doing,
Yeah.
obviously on this. Like, but we're not the only boys that are affected by it. Like, there's other boys that are affected by it too.
Would you be inclined to check in on a couple of the lads?
Oh, why wouldn't we check in on a couple of lads just to make sure they're taking over okay?
I can think of one lad that I'd be big worried about.
Right. He's been in isolation for the last year.
Exactly.
Yeah. He knew this was coming.
Maybe and that's what I want to find out.
I think he knew this was coming. That's why he's been in isolation for the last year.
We need to talk to Buzzy.
Let's talk to Buzzy.
Hold on. See, can I get him on the phone here? I'm nervous about what this will be like. We haven't talked to Buzzy in a long time.
I know.
Hello?
Hello, Buzzy. Hello, Buzzy.
Hold on a minute now. I'm going to have to pass you through to the secretary. This isn't Buzzy. This is someone else. Hold on.
Right, can we talk to Buzzy there?
Hello, you're speaking to Penelope Blonders now. I'll be Buzzy's secretary. How can I help you today?
Hello, Penelope. I'm looking to speak to Buzzy Gagnon there. We'd be friends of
hold
his.
on.
Okay.
I'm going to pass you through.
She sounds very like Buzzy, Penelope, doesn't she?
Hello?
Hello.
Buzzy!
Hello, how are things? The boys, how are you getting on?
Jesus, you're alive, Buzzy. Thank the Lord above. We haven't
I
heard
tell you, boys, I'm bunkering up here. Bunkering up to the gills. Looking out the window. I don't know what to do with myself. There's a priest walking up by the road here. If he thinks I haven't been a profession in 3 weeks, I better give me a second.
You sound like you're ringing us from under a pillow.
Oh, that's when I've got my mask on. I'm a wee bit paranoid in the house here.
That explains it.
Out of a pillowcase. My fucking head is melting with the one out of it. I'm isolating myself at the moment.
And Buzzy, can you tell us where you are isolating, or is that a secret?
Yeah, Buzzy.
Boys, I have great time for the two of you, great respect.
Mhm.
I mean, if it's all right with you, I'd rather just keep my location a secret.
Oh, okay.
Right, okay.
Right.
I'm taking time out as well from the limelight.
Right.
Trying to keep myself to myself now. I'm rearing chickens. I'm rearing chickens and growing beetroot.
Oh,
Did you say you're rearing chickens and growing people?
No, I'm growing beetroot.
Oh, beetroot. I
I'm
thought you said,
yeah. I have it on good authority. I'm very, very good authority. I have it. And if you eat a lot of beetroot, you won't get the COVID.
right.
the what?
A lot of beetroot, you won't get the COVID.
COVID-19.
The COVID.
You won't get the COVID-19.
COVID-90. That's a different.
You won't get it.
Right.
The beetroot, whenever it is, the redness in it.
Okay.
The redness in it, what happens is it takes over the blood, and then everything just runs from it.
Okay.
So that's what I'm doing now.
So you're
I'm
saying,
going to be making a fortune.
are you saying beetroot is the key to eradicating this particular?
Beetroot is the key.
Right.
Buzzy, are you retired? Are you telling us that the limelight is done for
I'll
Buzzy?
never say never. What I'm doing is I'm biding my time for now.
Right, okay.
Ah,
But
come here.
anyway, I have now, you asked me a question, am I retired? there's so much depression around the world right now with everything that's going on.
Okay.
But now might be the time for me to make a comeback
Oh,
and to
what?
give the people what they want. Because sometimes you have to give the people what they want. And they're calling out for that buzz. The three things: buzz, buzzy, and buzz.
So, is there something in the pipeline then?
There's a few projects in the pipeline. What I'm going to be doing is I've been developing like a sense for the beetroot and the
Right.
breathing. I've been developing my own antidote for the COVID.
Okay, the COVID.
Right?
Okay.
Yeah.
And come here.
And I'm calling it Buzzco.
Right.
Buzzco 19.
Buzzco.
And this now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to give a free one away with the record. I'm definitely seeing it here this time. Now this is the last stand. If this one doesn't fly, there's something fucking wrong with everybody.
You're right. It's,
And
and
we
it's,
all know what it is anyway.
Buzzy, will you make sure that if anything comes of this, that we're the first people to know now?
we'd like the release on the
You're
show.
getting me exclusive.
We're going to get the exclusive.
Marvelous.
Lovely.
And what's it called
You're
again?
getting me exclusive. Only Kendy and Raybo is getting me exclusive.
No.
Lovely.
Well, do you know something, Buzzy? We're behind you the whole way, and we always will be.
What's it called again, Buzzy?
What's the three beans, boys?
Buzz, Buzzy, and Buzz.
Yeah, you having a one. I'm trying to remember that. That's a good one.
The threesome.
That's a good one.
And come here,
Only
Buzzy.
one is a good one.
What's the song called again, just before you go?
I definitely see you there this time.
This Buzzy, man, listen, and we love you, and we thank you so much for the exclusive.
And thank you, Buzzy, for letting us use your townhouse at this moment. It's helping me and Kendy to keep
Yeah,
functioning.
Absolutely welcome, boys. And let me just tell you something, lads.
Go on.
Be yourselves.
We will.
Because it's a full-time job.
Now,
Thank you very
Buzzy,
much,
thank you very much, boy. We'll see.
Fair
Be
play to
safe.
you,
Wash
Buzzy.
the hands.
I see you there, boys.
I
See you there.
I'm
Definitely
definitely seeing you there.
this time. Good luck.
Lads, you've heard us.
Well, I wouldn't say they've heard it at all, because that was probably that fucking mask he was wearing fairly muffled.
Oh, I'll tell you, it muffled you out of it. But he's the genius of that man.
The new single, is it?
He has had 2 #1 hit singles in Sligo.
Yeah.
I'll see you there, and I'll
Yeah.
definitely see you there.
Yeah.
And now, all of a sudden, I'll definitely see you there this time.
Yeah.
I mean, genius.
It's promising.
I tell you what, he is onto something.
Do you get it?
It's promising.
Yeah.
Oh! I'll tell you what, there's something in that Buzzy's head. And he knew all about it, Ray.
He did.
He knew he had to go into self-isolation a year ago. No wonder. He saw this coming down the pipeline.
I'd say he felt it in his waters.
He must have felt it in his waters.
Yeah.
Honestly, well, look, there's a wee Buzzy exclusive for you all
Buzzment. Do you know something? We may check in on young Darach,
there. Yeah,
because there's another man now that has been a friend of the show.
that's right.
And you'd worry about him. He's also isolating himself up in Dublin.
Yeah, well, we're trying to get a state of the nation. So let's, different angles. You've heard Buzzy.
Right.
We'll try and give Darach a ring and see what he's getting on above in Dublin.
Let's give Darach a ring. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. See if he'll answer. You know, man, for not answering.
Oh, yeah.
Well, hello.
Well, Darach,
Oh, yeah.
It's
How things?
It's Kendy and Raybo checking in on your self-isolating.
how is it going up there in Dublin, D? I know you've been chatting to me a wee bit, but the people want to know. What we're trying to do is get a State of the Nation address. So we're ringing people who are in different areas all around the country to see how their self-isolation is going.
Yeah.
My self-isolation is marvellous.
You're enjoying it?
I am. So I'm just walking around now outside, happy out.
And come here, can you explain to people what you've been doing for your isolation over the last couple of days that might have involved me?
Jesus. Playing PlayStation.
Me and Darach, ladies and gentlemen, have been playing PlayStation for the since last Friday.
How many hours a day?
Too many, Ray. It's weird. What time were we up until this morning, D, playing it? What time were we up until?
4.
I think it was nearly 5, man.
Get away.
It was nearly 5 o'clock.
Yeah.
We've been trying to
But we
become
didn't
Fortnite
start till
pros.
2.
Yeah, I know. We didn't start until 2 in the morning, Ray.
Did you finish the fortnight yet?
We haven't cleared Fortnite
No.
yet.
Ray, stop talking about what you don't understand, really. That's really, you know what I mean?
Ray, you wouldn't know. You wouldn't understand, Ray.
Ray, no, Ray, that really, you know, if you start acting like you know what you're talking about.
I don't understand it. And come here, Darach. You had a big milestone there during the week. Was there many over for the party, or what way did you do it? You were 30.
Not a sinner.
Not saying it was that.
No one turned up. Ladies and gentlemen, Darach is 30 years old since the day after Paddy's Day. So a big happy birthday to Darach. So
Thanks very much.
what did you actually do for your birthday though, considering there was no one
Alright.
around?
My sister lives over the road in Dublin, and I'm in the isolation. I'm quarantined out of it.
Right.
And
And why are you quarantined out of it?
because someone I know has.
Who has it?
But,
No,
You
tell us.
can't say.
Shut up, Ray.
Right, you
Ray.
can't say.
No, name and shame him now
Right.
because it's good to know.
No, Ray, please, Ray. I'll hang up, right?
All right. Okay.
So the what was that?
You're on about your
So,
sister.
so she just came over to the house, but she's really paranoid about it. So she brought a load of sweets, and she wouldn't come into the house.
Uh-huh.
What'd you do? Throw them out the window?
She dropped them at the window and then stood like 2 meters away.
She brought a cake.
Cake and sweets and the whole lot.
All right.
Jesus.
And did the two of you have a chat through the window?
We did, but not for long. She was out there quick enough, starting running over here.
Kendy?
Thanks very much.
Who's he talking to if he's self-isolating?
Who are you chatting to, Darach?
I was walking through the Botanic Garden.
Oh,
The Botanic Gardens.
Notions.
Why are you looking at a bunch of dandelions, or what are you looking at? Man? What's in the Botanic Gardens like? Huh?
Hey, it's good to keep fit, like.
Roses,
Over
red
no
vibes,
walk.
blue job.
Yeah, but anyway, she dropped them at the window, but wouldn't come in. And I just stand there chatting to her, and they sang happy birthday. And my old lady was on the phone, and they all sang happy birthday from like 2 meters away.
Oh no,
that's lovely.
Yeah, it was sad enough affair
that's
enough.
pretty sad, man. I can't lie.
That was.
How did you
Yeah.
picture your 30th? How, other than the
Well, not
coronavirus?
like that, Ray. I don't know what I picture it like, but fuck me, it wasn't like that.
And come here, Darach, outside of the 30th then, have you been keeping a track of Kendy's solo career on Twitch?
I have.
What do
Any-
you make of it, D?
What do you think?
He'll say
I
something.
have.
good.
Will
He'll
you
say
dress
something
up a
good.
little?
What? What? He
Will
messed
you
up?
dress up a little?
Will you dress up a little? What do you mean, man?
Will ya?
Have you ever
Take a
seen-
bit of pride in your appearance. Seriously, you wore a jersey on your first one, and then a hoodie on your second.
That's the Rovers jersey, boy.
No, I know well what it is.
Represent.
Don't be wearing stuff like
What
that.
do I do? Wear a full suit.
Showbiz.
I think I'm locked in Glass Nevin Cemetery here, lads. No lies.
You're what? Okay, we're
Fuck.
live with Darach Gorham. He's locked in Glasnevin Cemetery.
That's so clear. Fuck.
Could anyone go down and get him out?
Could you? Who has the key, lads? Who's the caretaker?
Oh, fuck.
If
this.
you have the key
This
to
is like
Glasnevin Cemetery, will you please
This
let
is like
Darach
a
know?
nightmare.
Can
I'll be
you?
attacked by the ghost of fucking Michael Collins in the middle of the night now.
Come here, can you tell us, is there a ball of flowers on his grave? Because apparently at Valentine's Day he gets a ball of flowers.
I don't know. I'll be walking by it in about 5 minutes.
Yeah,
now,
because
then, you know.
I do wonder to myself, like, how are any of these women still alive to be sending them flowers? You know, old flames that Michael Collins used to have.
It doesn't have to be women, right? No, 2020.
That's a good point. Might think it's women, Ray.
What are you trying to say about Michael Collins,
Huh?
Tui?
And the only people I've ever heard be really passionate about Michael Collins were men.
No, Ray.
True, men.
Michael Collins loved everyone,
He did.
and
He
everyone
loved everyone.
and everyone loved Michael Collins.
Except for the boy down in Cork that pulled the trigger. Didn't enjoy him.
Jesus.
He was a relation of yours, man, couldn't he? No, that was oh, your man.
They had no
Oh,
relation
your
to
man.
mine.
Yeah.
I love the way that you're just chatting away there, but still panicked about the fact you're trapped in Glasnevin
Yeah,
Cemetery.
are you not out yet, no?
No, and there's no one around.
Oh, God.
What?
Yeah, fuck, I better get a light jog going.
Get a light jog going. Yeah, but that's not going to get... How are you going to get out of there, like?
I don't know.
You get over a wall or
Can
something.
you hop a fence?
I'll figure it out.
Climb a
I'll
tree.
ring something. There's bound to be a buzzer somewhere.
Buzzer.
But you don't know that, like.
No, in fact,
I
actually,
don't want.
the government of Ireland installed buzzers in all cemeteries
case
there
anyone-
about 2 years ago because there was a case down in Clare where a lad got locked in.
Right.
Didn't take it well, so he didn't.
Did they...
Had to call the ambulance.
That Wine 11. Tara, call the ambulance real quick. Call Wine 11.
Yeah. French fries.
Okay, order some French fries.
Come here now. We won't now waste all the battery in your phone because you
Oh,
may
no, I
have.
have a fella.
You got a fella. Darach has a fella.
Lovely.
That's the name of the episode.
Darach has a fella.
Don't be putting me in the title now, you.
But you sell the podcast. People do listen more when you're in it.
I doubt that, though.
That's true as God.
Come here, the Twitch thing. Mark's doing very well, lads. I really enjoy it.
Well, if you're worried about me
it's good,
dressing
okay.
up, I'm going to wear a full suit on today's stream, D.
That'd be
No,
brilliant.
there's loads in between a full suit and what I said. Like.
Tarek,
There's
I hear
loads
you.
of things you can wear.
I hear you. I'm going to get on to you. I'm going to get tux.
I want you to do it in your birthday suit.
My birthday suit.
I want you to do it in your birthday suit.
With my stock
Yeah,
house.
so it'd be like Channel 912, except there'd be tunes.
Hey, you're a dirty pervert.
Darach, we're going to let you go because we're going to have to.
Right.
We're going to plough on here now and take more piss out of Kendy.
Derek, look, thanks for
Yeah,
giving us your
right.
update in isolation. Thank you very much indeed.
Fair play
No
to you.
bother, take care, lads. Bye.
Stay
you later.
safe, lads. Stay
Stay
safe. That was Darach there now. Fair play to him. Jesus, it was good to get him. Like, it's great to check in on the boys, you know.
It is actually great to check in, but that's a couple of them there now. You can hear the state of the nation. If you have a different isolation story, get on to us. We can call you.
We can give you a shout.
If you think you have something different going on to you. Derek's stuck in the grave.
Yeah.
And Buzzy is Buzzy.
And Buzzy's Buzzy. Not a bad wee
No.
try talking episode.
So we've, just in case you're wondering about timelines, it isn't Saturday.
It is Saturday.
We're going to try and get this out. Will we get this out this evening?
It won't go this evening.
We might get this out tomorrow because obviously this COVID-19 crack is progressing very quickly. We don't want the episode to be obviously dated.
Yeah.
Where we're saying, lads, it's not too bad, and in 2 days it is all over the place.
disaster, yeah.
When this goes out and everyone's like, here, the lads are... Gee,
Lads are a couple of
the lads are
days
very
behind.
calm. There's zombies outside the door.
Yeah.
So we're going to try and get this out as quick as we can.
Oh, hold on. Before we go, fair play to you and your meme stream.
Oh, lads, thanks to everyone out there who set up who sent on to the meme stream.
That was marvellous cheering up.
It was brilliant.
It brought
honestly.
a small bit of laughter to the whole country.
It did. What was your favourite?
My favourite was the 2 cases identified at Dublin Airport.
Oh, yeah, that's very
Just a
good.
picture of 2 cases.
My favourite was Sex with a Sound Engineer.
Shut up about it. Move swiftly on.
the door.
No, that does not cure it. It's beetroot, lads. You've heard
Look,
it here
you,
first.
you can chance it. Either beetroot or Sex with a Sound Engineer.
Yeah.
You decide between yourselves which one you want to go with.
Yeah.
Maybe try the beetroot first.
That do, please. Yeah.
If that doesn't work.
And if not, I can definitely provide you with a list of local sound engineers that do work here in Sligo.
Lovely.
Yeah, because that before I go.
Go on.
Come to think of it, I didn't talk about this.
Go on.
I'm still in the Department of Government.
Yeah, you are actually. Yeah.
We're still flat out.
Yeah.
Do you know what we've introduced?
Go on.
Shifting.
What?
We've introduced shifting in the office.
You dirty perverts. Who are you shifting?
No, we had to shift like.
Shift what?
Shift work.
Shift who?
We had to cut down the footfall in the room. So we're going shifting.
What?
Then we're doing like half of us are doing kind of the first shift. And then the other half are doing the second shift.
Oh, no. Now it makes sense in me
Aye,
head.
shifting.
So what shift are you doing? Who are you shifting with?
I'm doing a mixture of both shifts.
Right. Oh, you're shifting everyone?
I'm kind of shifting on both sides, yeah.
Right,
Now,
okay.
in fairness, I suppose that's the type of fella I am like.
Right, okay.
I'd be an equal opportunity shifter.
So you're not shifting then, if I'm being honest.
Well, I am. I'm just doing different types of shifts.
Right, okay. Who are you shifting with yesterday?
Well, like yesterday, I was on an AM shift.
Right, okay.
And it kind of leached into the PM.
Right, okay, so you did a little bit of the PM shift.
I did a bit of the PM shift too, which
Okay.
that's effectively cross-contaminating the PM shift.
Yeah.
Which is making an absolute hames of the whole idea.
Why'd you do it then?
Huh?
Why'd you do it?
I had to do it.
You had to work.
Crisis.
Stuff has to work, lads.
Stuff has to happen. We have
Yeah.
to plough ahead. We're doing the Department of Government work.
Well, with that being said, Ray, can I make the very genuine statement of fair play to everyone who is still working in times where it is obviously very dangerous to be out and about, but stuff has to keep going. So fair play to you all.
In fairness, I did question it myself. I kind of went, why are we all? But you have to admit,
It has to keep going.
if we don't do a bit
yeah.
as responsibly as possible,
Yeah.
then when the whole thing does blow over, everything will be up the Swanee.
Yeah. Dead right.
Disaster.
Yeah. So fair
No.
play to all the public servants, some people who are still working in the private sector.
And all the healthcare crowd.
Yes, and of course the nurses,
And
the
fair
social
play,
care workers.
fair play to all the takeaways and Supermax for giving them all the free takeaways.
Yes.
We're going to have a severely overweight health service by the time this is all over. Because all they're getting down the hospital is cakes and treats and
Yeah.
bags of chips and burgers and all manner of shite.
I know, but you look, they can all get the ripped out of it, of course, once it's all over.
That's another thing about the ripped out of it.
Go on.
It's a fierce good job this happened. You have to see a silver lining.
Because you're eating well.
I'm eating well, and I'd say there'd be 2 or 3 takeaways in town and restaurants that would have had to lay off, lads.
Yeah.
Do you know?
Just because you
stopped.
Just because you stopped going.
It's a good job Fiddler's closed down. Because I'm not getting no Heinekens anymore.
Yeah, that's right.
So
Yeah.
this is working out well.
There's silver linings and everything, lads.
Yes.
Come here, before we go, don't forget to, if you know anyone in your family or you yourself have a hidden talent, please send it in to us. We really want to have a bit of crack with this.
Yes.
So don't be shy, get it out there to hell.
Yeah.
Send it on to us. And we're
On the
going to be
Instagram or the Facebook.
on the Instagram or the Facebook. And we are going to be doing a live broadcast this week where we will be displaying them, judging them,
Virtually talented.
and eliminating the shite ones.
Yeah. Which one of us is going to be Simon's cowl?
I'm Simon Kendy, you're Raybo Cowell.
So I'm the cowl lad. I wouldn't be Cowell.
We both are.
No.
Who would you want to be?
I'd be Louis.
I want to be Cheryl Cole with the lovely hole. Can I be her?
You can, yeah.
I'm going to get my arse tattooed.
That's
I'll
lovely.
be back in a week with my arse tattooed, lads, ready to go.
Marvellous. And we'll throw out stuff as we get it.
Yeah, of course we will.
Yeah.
Of course we will. Of course we will.
Fair play to you.
Fair play to you, Ray.
And fair play to me.
Stay safe, wash your hands.
Wash your hands.
Good luck.
Good luck.